Hi, Marco with our washers at washmart.com, your Houston pressure washer store. Today we're going to be talking about item number 3, yard signs and door hangers. And we have just the tip for you. Yard signs and door hangers fall under the same category because they can be used at the same job. One way that people use yard signs is while they're power washing, they'll put a yard sign in their front yard while they're power washing, and then once they're done, they'll ask the client if they can leave the sign there for 2 weeks, or can they leave it there indefinitely. Sometimes the customers are okay with you leaving it, but you always want to ask for permission. What I don't recommend is leaving a sign in their front yard without their permission. One reason why it's important to leave a yard sign out is especially if you don't have lettering on your vehicles. Whenever you have that yard sign out, people that are walking by seeing you work a lot of times aren't going to want to talk to you while you're working and interrupt you. So they'll take a picture of the yard sign. Another thing that we've done is gotten a business card holder and put it on the side of our vehicle and put our business cards there so people can grab the business cards off of our vehicle. This is actually something that I learned from Doug Rucker, which is also a person who teaches others how to build their pressure washing business. Now you have to understand with yard signs, you have to be very careful. If you put them in an incorporated city that has a city ordinance about signage, you may get fined and you'll definitely have your signs taken. Half the time I've thought it was another cleaning company that was taking my signs. It was the police department that was taking my signs. Once upon a time, the city of Houston called me, and I was threatened a $500 fine or go back and get my signs. I went back and got my signs. What I did is I found out across the street was unincorporated Harris County, so I moved those signs across the street. One thing I've seen companies do is put their signs 9 feet in the air so that nobody will be able to easily grab them. I've seen some of these signs hung up for years and still being up. So you probably want to find a high traffic area where you can put a sign 9 feet in the air. A bandit sign can be pulled out of the ground very easily. Nobody seems to care enough to get a stepladder and get them off of a light post. Is that legal? Probably not. Whenever placing yard signs, randomly, you don't want to just randomly place them. They need to be in a strategic location where you know traffic stops frequently. If you put it in a place where the speed limit is 65 miles per hour and the traffic never stops, that bandit sign is not going to be doing you very much good. But if you place it at a 4-way intersection that has 60 cars per minute drive through, that might be a very good place to put a bandit sign. What I've seen some people do, and we've done it as well, is most cities' code enforcement shuts down at 5 p.m. on Friday. So at 6 p.m., put your signs out in that city limits, and then Sunday night, pick them up before the city goes out and picks them all up, because code enforcement generally runs 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Is that legal? Probably not. Smaller municipalities will have their peace officers do it. So in smaller municipalities, the officers will probably pick them up even on the weekend. With door hangers, I found that 5-arounds are the most effective marketing technique. What that means is you do the house to your left and to your right, and then the 3 across the street. Why? They're all going to be the ones that notice that that driveway was just washed or that house was just washed because they all live next to that house that you just did. The probability of those converting is going to be very high. What I have found is that flyering a whole neighborhood is actually ineffective, and it's more cost effective to just do an EDDM campaign than it is to pay someone an hourly wage and then putting door hangers out. I've also had incidents where I would have employees that was supposed to put door hangers out, and then they didn't put door hangers out. And this is a risk any company is going to have whenever they think this is going to be an effective business model. One thing that I've done that works very well is if you notice that a driveway was power washed about 6 to 9 months ago and not post-treated, put a door hanger on that house. Just because a house has a bunch of mold on it doesn't mean that you putting a door hanger on that house means they're going to get it done. A lot of times they don't get it done because they're just neglecting their house. And this is to be expected. I'm not saying don't do it, because we have gotten calls from houses that were bad. But the ones that are clean are the ones that you'll actually have a higher probability of calling you. The people with the clean houses care more. All right, that concludes the video. On the next episode, episode number 4, Facebook, we're going to cover paid campaigns, non-paid campaigns, and subliminal messaging. We look forward to seeing you at the next episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any questions, send us an email or give us a call at our store at our Akima location. This is Marco, our washers at washmart.com. And thank you for watching Washmart.